Okay, so off we go. We're going to talk about long-term partnerships with suppliers. Okay, Toyota does it. Why don't you? With Rinaldo from Toyota, who's going to present himself. And it's all there in the title, right? This thing works. Rinaldo is going to explain how he did it, what the results were, and of course, the interesting point for all of you listening is why don't you do it, or why don't you do more of it when you see how good the results can be? Okay. So, Rinaldo, what's the program?
Okay, program of today. Hello everybody, firstly. And the program of today, firstly, we will introduce ourselves and our background and our company or previous company from my side. Then we will review Toyota policy toward this supplier. And after more practically, I will speak about my experience about Toyota France partnership with its supplier, how we have built this partnership, and we will conclude and we will have, I hope, a long Q&A session.
So the practical details is this should be about a maximum of 40 minutes presentation. As Rena's just mentioned, I think that the longer the question and answer session can be, the better. And the whole thing will be wrapped up in an hour. Okay. You can ask comments in writing by using the Q&A feature, which you have on the screen of the webinar, right? And then we will use those to feed the Q&A session, okay? And the complete presentation of all the slides we're going to present is going to be available as soon as this conference has ended, okay? So off we go. I'm Philip Maris. I started my lean journey perchance right at the beginning of my career in manufacturing, buying a little known book about what Toyota had done, and I've basically been fascinated and been trying to apply that in various industries ever since. Okay, for those that know me well, I've also discovered and started a theory of constraints journey a couple of years later. I worked with Eddie Goldratt for a number of years. I also mix in many things to the lean solution, okay, such as Six Sigma or stuff from the PMBOK or Agile or whatever. Okay, I've written a very boring book in French about applying the theory of constraints in manufacturing. I'm sort of lost now since I'm English and European. And so that's a problem since Brexit. Okay, I'm the boss of Maris Consulting, founded in 2005. There are now nearly 15 consultants, a network of partners, including Renan, for instance. And we work indeed now with the pandemic. It's nearer 95% of our work is outside of France, all over the world. All sorts of geographies and all sorts of types of companies, okay? And as you probably also know, we're very generous with the number of videos that we've put online. There are 300 videos available from our company on various subjects, okay? And we're honoured to be able to work with all sorts of people. Basically, it's kind of a very large sample of any kind of physical object, whether it's a hamburger, a car, a train, a rocket, or all sorts of other things, okay, and all over the world. Okay, that's me, and that's Maris Consulting.
Hello everybody again, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, I'm Renald de Boennock. I joined Toyota in 1999. Before joining Toyota, have been working for during 20 years for several suppliers for automotive industry, mainly tier 1 supplier. Means that gave me a good experience to join Toyota and to start to build our say policy and partnership with the supplier. Means I was the first quality director in 1999 until 2005. Then I moved in production. Then I moved in assembly and production control, including all the supply chain. And after I was supply chain director. And finally, my last position was vice president of production, and I've left Toyota in 2019 to be retired, but to continue to be very enthusiastic to speak about Toyota World. And some words about our plant, means TMMF, which is Toyota Motor Manufacturing France. We are building Toyota Yaris, the last small, means segment B car manufacturer in France, and this plant is profitable. It's a success, and I had the chance during 20 years to be a part of this, to work on this, to build this success. Initially, our annual production was 150,000 vehicles, was forecasted with 2,000 people. Then quickly we reached 180,000, and the factory in 2007 became the first Toyota factory to adopt a three-shift pattern, and as well the only one with regard to, if we compare it with other competitors who only works with partial night shift. In 2007, we achieved, before Lehman Brothers crisis, our first peak of production with 265,000 vehicles were produced, and globally in 20 years we produce more than 3 million of vehicles. And currently we are on the trajectory of 3 million vehicles will be produced in 10 years with an annual production volume of 300,000 vehicles, and now 5,000 people are working for TMMF, means Toyota Motor Manufacturing France. And recently, in July, we launched a second vehicle in production, means Yaris Cross or SUV, and that is a short story of our plant.
So we're going to talk about part of the Toyota way and what's happening in France with regards to that, which is long-term supply relationships. Okay, if you look at definitions, descriptions of what we call lean today, for instance, using the book "The Machine That Changed the World," which in fact introduced the word lean over 30 years ago now. Okay. It described what happens in production, and it also described what it did with suppliers, long-term supplier relationships. And if you look at what people are doing with regards to the Toyota model, the Toyota way, in all kinds of industries throughout the world, it is, for me, significant and disturbing to see to what extent people have decided to ignore that chapter, that part of the Toyota way. It's very, very rare to find a company that's built anything like what Rinaldo is about to describe in terms of stable partnerships with extraordinary results, built now over 20 years and with no intention of changing, and really built to last, right? It's what they do, and it's really interesting to try and work out why nobody's bothered to copy that, right? Because it's well known, and they've proven by the fact that they make money, right, and it works well, that it is just a good solution. So why is nobody copying it, right? And I hope we'll come back to this at length in the discussion at the end of this webinar. One of the fairly obvious reasons is that unfortunately people tend to copy the lean essentially in manufacturing, okay? And it doesn't get into the other departments, so it doesn't get into purchasing, and therefore it gets ignored, right? That and in many other areas, but that's one of the main reasons, fair enough. The other, which will probably become more interesting once you've heard how Renault and Toyota do it, is this problem of price per unit and how limited that notion is with regards to identifying the price of something. Right? You've got two suppliers, A and B. One does it for €10 and the other one does it for €11. So you say, okay, I'm going to buy it from the cheaper one because the price per unit is cheaper. Okay, but that price per unit should really be augmented or looked at with regards to the global complete cost, which would involve, do they deliver on time, what is their quality level, etc., etc., etc. Right? What does it really cost to use those parts rather than those other parts from that other supplier? Right, and that's why, for example, Toyota's proven that it's very important to get exceedingly good quality from one supplier, because that means you can have many fewer people wasting time managing quality problems, right? Because you just don't have as many. Okay. And the other point probably as to why it's not copied, and this is true of many of the things Toyota has done, it's because you need some patience, right? Between the moment you start creating a partnership and the moment where it's going to start making money for you, it's probably going to be more a question of like 3, 5, maybe 10 years, right? And in fact, as Renault will describe in the case of France, it took them 10 years to get to a stable base, right? They had a first part of their history when they created the plant, started producing vehicles, when they audited and discussed with their suppliers, and they had some problems, and then they selected a set of 200 suppliers, all their suppliers, and that hasn't changed in any significant way in the past 10 years. Okay? So it took them 10 years of investment, and maybe, unfortunately, a lot of companies don't have that kind of patience, but that's what they did. Okay? We'll no doubt come back to that, I hope, in the questions and answer session later on. Okay, so Renaud, tell us how you do it.
Okay, firstly, we will review Toyota policy toward its supplier. What are the global principles? And the first question is why Toyota develop long-term relations with the supplier? Because the basic principle, competitiveness of a car depends on Toyota activities, of course, and performance, but also on all its supplier performance. And supplier costs represent an important part of the total cost of manufacturing. Meaning improvement in quality, delivery performance, project management with ambitious target, and increase the volume cannot be subject to short-term decision. They require resources and commitment from both sides, Toyota but supplier, means they take time. And Toyota needs a reliable supplier to support its just-in-time and inventory-free organization. And supplier, again, represents the most important part of the cost of the vehicle and a significant part of internal factory cost. Meaning, the more the supplier improves their internal and external services, activities, the more the overall cost decrease and the competitiveness increase. Yeah. Okay, partnership between Toyota and its supplier, for me, means 3 commitments. The first one, and we will review these 3 commitments. First one is a long-term commitment to work together, commitment of Toyota executive and supplier executive, and finally commitment to progress together. Long-term commitment to work together means, as already mentioned in before joining Toyota, I was in a supplier side, and many car manufacturers has put the pressure to achieve a cost. And within Toyota, we consider work together means on the cost we should not put the pressure, but just as internally, cost objectives are considered through continuous and long-term improvement. Second point, we need to give visibility about volume. Means volume are visible over 3 years and honor, except in case of crisis like Lehman Brothers for example, or currently we have some difficulties with, let's say, shortage of semiconductor or electronic component. But the volume can be revised upward, and in that case, suppliers are supported to adopt their production. Volume are smooth to facilitate the organization and management of the supplier production, as we are doing internally. Next point, if we consider long-term commitment to work together, is also crisis. We are in the industrial world, meaning crisis. It's possible to have crisis. Sometimes within Toyota, unfortunately, we can have crisis, meaning we have said effectively supplier can have crisis also. Meaning for that, suppliers are supported to get through the crisis. Either social crisis, technical or reorganization and so on. Meaning Toyota teams can be sent to improve the organization of maintenance, logistics, production, tooling, quality, any subject where the supplier has difficulties, we will support. Meaning to support crisis within the supplier activities or as we are doing internally, we need a high level of expertise. Meaning for that, Toyota allocate teams of experts to develop its supplier. And Toyota quality specialists, for example, and I will come back later when I will focus more on the TMMF, are trained to have product and process expertise that enables them to approach problem effectively. Toyota has an established matrix of role and responsibility vis-à-vis the supplier. For example, purchasing and is a technical branch, supplier production management, SPM, are in charge of project management, production capacity management and cost reduction. And the factory are responsible for the quality and for the logistics. Long-term commitment means also we should have also a strong communication pattern. And for that, we define common standard, which call, for example, SQAM, the Supplier Quality Assurance Manual, and the SDAM, the Supplier Delivery Assurance Manual. That it's for plant responsibility, quality and delivery. And this common standard make it possible to have clear and precise communication of Toyota expectation with this supplier. It also promotes the proposal of ideas and the immediate notification of problem, which is a very, very important point, basic for the relation and good relation, I will say, between Toyota and its supplier. These standards are operational and enable the elaboration of a global plan that ensures smooth production start. And next point in terms of long-term commitment to work together is the training, meaning Toyota consider we have to train our supplier and we should share what we know internally. Means working together over the long term means a significant effort to train supplier. Training to understand, of course, how to communicate, how to use the SQAM and the DAM, but also training of supplier project teams before each project phase to ensure the understanding of expectation. And finally, and that is important part of the training, is training to understand and apply the Toyota production system, which called TPS. Second commitment I would like to review and to explain. It's within Toyota we have 5 values: challenge, kaizen, Genchi Kenbutsu, respect, and teamwork. And these 5 values, which are the pillars of our performance, we try also to apply when we are building the partnership with our supplier. And the first one, the challenge. What does that mean with the relationship with supplier? It means we are proposing and we are challenging our supplier to have ambitious planning project. We are challenging them also in terms of high objective in terms of quality for PPM and logistics for DPM. And we are challenging them also as we are challenging ourselves internally to have a quick and exponential SOP, mean start of production. Why? Exponential start of production, meaning we can get return of investment quicker, and we can also capture initial customer quicker. If we consider Kaizen, as already mentioned, we are not putting the pressure on supplier to get cost reduction without any background. Meaning we want to see the supplier effectively give us cost reduction, but through continuous improvement. And we have the same initiative for quality and delivery, meaning, and from the beginning of the plant, means more than 20 years ago, we started to build a quality roadmap and delivery roadmap to improve the performance of the supplier, even before the supplier start to supply us, means during the project phase. It was in 1999 and 2000, and we start the production in end of January 2001. The third point of the third pillar of this Toyota way, and that it's very, very important within Toyota, and I think it's also very important to see how the supplier will apply, it's a Genshi Genbutsu. Meaning what we are expecting from our supplier and executive of our supplier, they should know their problem and know how to explain them. That it's a basic for us. And of course, Toyota executive should be involved to analyze supplier issue or, for example, to develop strategic parts, and I will come back on this point later. And the two other pillars are respect, meaning for us, it means the executive of the supplier must communicate and manage the crisis. That means not waiting, Toyota will see by himself effectively there is some crisis within the supplier plant. Means communication, but within Toyota we said bad news first. Means that it's for us it's within this respect value of the respect. And of course, on the other side, Toyota is committed to protect its supplier in the event of internal crisis and to provide support. And finally, the teamwork. Teamwork, what does that mean? It means support. We are supporting supplier by sending them experts in case of major problems. But what we are expecting also from supplier side, it's they have to support Toyota when they have some crisis. How to limit the impact of the crisis by, say, developing and dispatching some repair teams, technical assistance or proposal to be able to define together the containment activities. And the third commitment, it's how we can progress together, and the commitment to progress together through the technology, for example, design and process engineering. Meanings, what does that mean? It means to promote innovation ideas proposed by supplier, but also to involve the supplier in the design phase early as possible, and also to have some say common activities like dismantling competitors' vehicle, but a mixed team, means Toyota and supplier representative, and to see together what are the good ideas developing by some competitors and how we can apply to build Toyota cars and to improve the competitiveness of Toyota car through a better process within the supplier side, but also better process within the Toyota plants and assembly operation, for example. In terms of quality, means as already mentioned, from the beginning, in the beginning of 2000, the first meeting with the supplier, we said, okay, we will build together quality roadmap with objective of 0 ppm, because there is no meaning to try to reach 50 ppm or 100 ppm. I think target should be how we can achieve 0 ppm.
And can I just stop on that, because yes. It happened, and I know you talked about it. It was everybody was worried or surprised at the idea that one could launch one. Now, in the end, about 1999-2000, the target is 0 ppm, no defects. Okay, and then quality roadmaps were developed for each of the suppliers, the 200, I believe it was. Yeah. Okay, personalized so that some of them it would take a decade. Others it would only take 5 years or whatever, and that was it. The idea to get to no defects or next to no defects. Okay, and so when it talks about the challenge and stuff, that was what they said to all their suppliers. If you want to be on this journey, we're looking for suppliers that can deliver us perfect, absolutely perfect quality.
Okay, meaning our request is to build a quality roadmap to achieve objective of 0 ppm. But for that, I think we are supporting supplier, how to develop supplier, to be able to do in-depth analysis of each quality or logistic incident of issue, even before they are supplying our plant, because we started these activities in 1999 or 2000, and we started our production in 2001. That means we already from the beginning did these activities. Of course, one important point is to have a clear quality standard developed during the project phase between Toyota and the supplier, and that mainly for the, I would say, cosmetic quality. And as already mentioned, training of supplier project team specialists at each step of the project on the objective and expected document, using the SQUAM or the DAM, or how to build their own OBE. And delivery, for delivery we have the same approach than for quality, with a delivery roadmap, show floor review together, and training of supplier logistic teams to reduce, for example, labeling errors or delivery errors. And commitment to progress together, we have a special activities within Toyota. It's what we call continuous improvement through the team approach. Means suppliers are trained in TPS, means Toyota Production System, to understand and to conduct joint improvement project by themselves. And globally, the progress of supplier, the result we can get, it make it possible to reduce our mass production quality and delivery teams. And we are discussing together with Philippe some hours ago about effectively over the time we reduce the number of quality specialists or logistics specialists we need to manage the mass production and to manage the supplier, thanks to the progress of the supplier and thanks to his commitment to progress together.
They get to numbers that I have trouble understanding. I've visited many factories. There are 5,000 people making 300,000 vehicles and stuff. That's one every 57 seconds or whatever, right? Mm. There are now only 2 people in that factory who are at the receiving dock checking the quality incoming. 2 for 5,000 people, right? And they do that, of course, because it's very, 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 very rare that they ever find a problem. Everything is coming in with perfect quality. There are only 2 people doing a bit of sampling of what comes into that factory today, 20 years later. That is exceptional.
And the progress of supplier, I would say a second return of investments we can have is that make it possible to optimize deliveries. And for example, adopt deliveries directly to Toyota assembly line. Means no need to have any more PC store as a buffer to compensate some delivery or quality issue. And of course, at the end, improve the competitiveness of the vehicle and increase the sales. Yes. Within Toyota and partnership, one important point also is recognition. Be able to recognize the supplier performance. And for that, we have what we call our annual business meeting, ABM. We recognize the best performance in terms of quality, supply chain, project management. That it's an opportunities for to allow a supplier executive to present their success, how they achieve to be the best in quality or the best in supply chain or the best in project management. And also, because it's communication, I would say two-way communication, is also one opportunity to allow Toyota executive to explain their vision and the future and to give visibility to all our suppliers. Now, I think we will focus a bit more on the Toyota France, means TMMF, how we have built our partnership with the supplier. At the beginning of TMMF, we had a very huge challenge because our plant was designed to produce the first Yaris produced in Europe, but this Yaris was already on the market coming from Japan, and this Yaris was put on the market in 1999, got the recognition of to be the car of the year. And as you can imagine, there is a lot of expectation in Europe to see what will be the quality and I say performance of the first plant in Europe and be able to achieve the same levels than the Yaris coming from Japan. That means our recruitment was very demanding for quality and supplier chain specialists. To be sure, we have, I would say, the best level of specialists, and for that, we were recruiting previous manager in several positions and several supplier sites. And to be sure, effectively, we have a high level of, I would say, performer, and these specialists had an intensive training to make them a Toyota expert. And we were developing during between 1999, 2000, 2001, value-added visit to potential suppliers to explain Toyota expectation and train TMF expert to conduct this supplier visit. And one important point is also to communicate the quality and logistic policy from the start. Means I was speaking from say January 2000 in front of all the suppliers to explain what was our quality policy. And right from the preparation of tool phase, and renew at each phase this communication to supplier.
Of course, none of you listening have this problem, but let's say, and this is just a joke, in some companies, people who are not very good in production are moved into quality, and people who are not very good in quality will get moved into supplier quality. Okay. Obviously, this is the opposite model, right? They had some really good people working on the quality of suppliers. It wasn't a backwater. It was understood to be a very, very important part of the future of the company, right, by everybody.
So some principle we apply from the beginning and to support our policy and how to build a partnership with supplier. The first one was when we had a supplier which were delivering several commodities, is to have a direct communication with supplier group quality director as a contact of TMMF quality director. Means that it's to save resources and also to have a clear commitment from the supplier executive. Involvement of all suppliers, including also steelmaker and other raw material. And honestly speaking, at the beginning, because I was a quality director, and when I was speaking and discussing with steelmaker like ArcelorMittal and so on, we were representing very low volume, but even with that, we consider we have to develop a quality roadmap and continuous improvement activities with these, I would say, raw material supplier as other parts supplier. And to convince supplier of the interest to work with Toyota, even if initially our volume were small because we were representing 150,000 units per year. I mean, a small volume in comparison with other. But now we double this volume, and I think. But even with that, I think we succeed to convince our supplier to follow us. And what important point also is to create a supplier quality dashboard. Means to have a global vision of the total cost of the supplier, including resources, rework activities, sorting, deviation, visit, quality incident, exceptional transportation, line stop and warranty, and so on. All the cost in addition of the parts price, we were tracking, and we were following at how we can improve continuously. And that is what we call a competitiveness dashboard of within TMMF.
On that last point, right, having a good dashboard that tries to identify the costs of non-quality in particular, whether it's a part defect or a late delivery and stuff. It's impressive. I've challenged again Renal to try and understand, because my experience is that these kinds of measurements are very, very difficult, and the numbers are all very wrong. Toyota does work very hard at trying to make those numbers as good as possible, so that they do get a fairly good idea of how much it is costing them of that non-performance, whether it's in late delivery or in quality, and so that they have numbers to understand what their imperfections are still costing them. Okay, even 20 years later when the numbers become fairly small.
Hi. And we are not focusing only on the parts supplier or raw material supplier. This approach later was extended to a supplier of service or a machine, and partnership principle was extended, for example, to our supplier, which are supporting us to do some minor change or major change preparation or layout change, means equipment disassembly and assembly, maintenance intervention, and for example, for long-term maintenance with the supplier of press, Komatsu for example, and HR service means we were developing also this approach with the Thames agency and logistics service, like for example, the company which are managing our cross dock. Why? But to ensure again a reliable restarting condition of preparation for any organizational change, and also again because all these suppliers are also contributing to our internal cost, and means how we can reduce this internal cost and how we can contribute together to our competitiveness. Okay, now let's have some review about some I would say result of this partnership within TMMF with our supplier. But globally, during the first 10 years, some of these suppliers we were disappointing. And we replaced by others. And globally, the main point of the disappointment for us was not we can admit supplier can have some quality concerns and so on. The main point of the disappointment was how the supplier were managing crisis. And again, we said bad news first, but if supplier is not able to pull the handle, means to pull the alarm, to say, hey, Mr. Toyota, I have a concern, please support me, or so on. But some supplier during this first year of our production, they were just waiting our reaction. I mean that we can't accept this let's say situation, and some suppliers were put on the blacklist. But now, after 10 years, we succeed to have no longer any blacklist supplier. And okay, as already mentioned, for because the plant is in charge of the Toyota, of the quality and of the delivery, the supplier have more to fear from Toyota plant operations than from purchasing, because we can blacklist supplier and say we don't want to work anymore with this supplier. In terms of, because we are measuring quality through the ppm, and now we achieve after 10 years less than 30 ppm. I think we are closer to 10 ppm. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Yes.
Sorry, I was just reading a question.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's fine. Multitasking.
Okay, and but within TMMF, what we have done also in terms of during the project phase, and that is continuous activities, we are doing supplier assessment. Means, of course, we have more than 200 suppliers. It means we will not follow all the suppliers in the same way. That means we have some risk matrix, and we are evaluating what is the risk when it is a new supplier for us, a new plant, a new process, and so on. Means we will allocate the resources accordingly, I would say, the risk we can imagine. And of course, sometimes by discussing with the supplier, he said, okay, I need some support more than maybe some other supplier. One means for that, we have regular follow-up, and we are using Obeya as a supplier site. And for example, when I was saying Toyota executive are involved in the project management. Personally, I was involved to follow the IP bar, means instrument panel bar, which is a strategic part to secure, say, the quality of our vehicle, and I was involved regularly to follow the preparation of the supplier of this part. And one important point, as already mentioned, but I will mention again, because it's important not only for mass production but for project phase, our quality specialists are product specialists. That means they are able to prototype by themselves parts and to propose some modification either to the design, either to the supplier. And of course, they are also specialists of the process. That means they are able to, by themselves, to analyze the supplier process and to see if there is some potential risk of deviation. We can have an impact on the quality of the part. And for mass production phase, I say what I would like to mention is what we are developing within TMMF is to have resident. Means, as already mentioned, some special policy regarding some group which are supplying several commodities, and I think to support this, say direct communication between this group and TMMF, we were developing a resident engineer. Means we were proposing to this supplier to have a resident engineer within our within our plant TMMF, and means that it's easier to communicate, and also that allow us to develop our supplier, and notably in terms of how to analyze quality, how to issue or delivery issue, and say again to grow our supplier. And the team, as already mentioned, panel of suppliers are selected to integrate the Toyota production system into their production facilities. And okay, that concludes what I would like to I wanted to explain today.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.